Hello chess lovers, Suren here, and in this video I would like to share with you a very beautiful and instructive game which demonstrates once again how to make use of the fact when your opponent's king is stuck in the center of the board. With the white piece is playing German chess grandmaster Jan Gustafsson, who as you know is the co-founder of Chess24, and his opponent is Ruediger Kuersten. This game was played in round 1 at 2019 German Team Cup finals. Let's see what happened on the board. Gustafsson opened up with c4, and against white's English opening, black adopted Caro-Kann defensive system and played c6, knight f3 d5, e3, knight f6. Black is choosing an offbeat line, and with this line probably black decided to drag his opponent out of the main theoretical battle and try his luck in uncharted waters. In here the most popular move is e6, but Kuersten chose the second most popular move and played a6, queen c2, b5. Now comes b3. Yes, white is still keeping the tension on the queen side by playing b3 and preparing to fianchetto his queenside bishop, and g6, which is a dubious decision, and actually after this move black should make precise moves, otherwise can find himself in trouble. I have to tell you that this position was also seen in 2008 in a game played between Vasily Ivanchuk and Bxa3. The latter proceeded with bishop g4, and in this game Ivanchuk managed to unleash a very dangerous king hunt, thus beating his opponent in style. Instead of playing bishop g4, another nice alternative is e6, but in our game we have g6. Now comes bishop b2, and after bishop g7, Gustafsson captured on d5. Now he will emphasize the weakness of this long diagonal. Now if a move like c takes d5, then simply knight takes d5. And actually I have to tell you that after c takes d5, the best move is castling kingside. Yes, this is a bold decision where black is giving up upon, but according to the engine, this is the best continuation, and the engine actually evaluates the position as equal. But going for this line from afar looks scary. You are giving away a pawn in a game against such a strong player, and that's why black decided to try his luck, went for b4, a tricky line, but this is even worse. Now comes knight e4, and already there are some problems in black's camp. Queen takes d5 was played, knight takes f6 check, he takes f6, and this time we have a3. Right now white is simply threatening a takes b4, and once black played b takes a3, allowed white's dark squared bishop to take the total control of this a3 f8 diagonal, and black is in trouble. How are you going to castle? Black king is now stuck in the center of the board and will become an easy target for white pieces. Bishop e6 was played. This time we have bishop c4. White is developing his light squared bishop with a tempo, queen d7, and simply we have castling kingside f5. Meanwhile, black is opening up the dark squared bishop's diagonal, and I have to tell you that black has a simple idea to play f6 and then castle by hand. d4 by Gustafsson, the rook on a1 was hanging, f6, e4. Yes, this is the basic principle to open up the position when your opponent's king is in the center. Here black played bishop takes c4, and we have b takes c4. But instead of playing b takes c4, there is a very powerful move which Gustafsson missed. According to the engine, rook e1 is a crushing move which blows apart black's position. Now if f takes e4, then simply rook takes e4 check is coming, and then queen takes c4. Yes, this is going to be a total destruction, guys. White can easily finish up black. Or after rook e1, if bishop f7, then this time d5 is coming. But you know, in order to choose typical lines, you have to be Mikhail Tal. And Gustafsson chose a cautious line and played b takes c4, and I have to tell you that in typical positions, recapturing becomes just a reflexive movement, you know, you're just recapturing without thinking. B takes c4 was played, f takes e4, but We are lucky to see that Gustafsson went for beta c4, because very soon you will see how this line will give birth to a brilliant sacrifice. Queen takes e4 check was played, king f7, rook e1, and rook a7. Black is covering this e7 square, not allowing queen e7 check, but this is a very dubious square for the rook. Instead, it was better to play rook e8, though I have to tell you that even in this line, Black has no chance to survive. After the exchange of rooks, White can switch into the attack the second rook, and yes, Black's position is totally lost. The threat is queen e6 check, and if you play knight f8, this time queen takes c6 is coming. Let's go back in our game. After rook e1, we have rook a7 and rook b1. Overlooking White's next move, Black played queen f5, but this gave birth to a brilliant queen sacrifice, and young Gustafsson went for it. Here he played queen e7 check. I decided not to ask you to find this move, because I know that after solving so many puzzles and seeing so many queen sacrifices, you spotted this move in a blink of a second. Rook takes e7 was played, rook takes e7 check, and king g8. Well, if king f8, then rook takes b8 check is coming, and then rook takes c8. Probably you forgot, right, that there is also a rook on this b file. That's why Black played king g8, keeping this f8 square free for the bishop, but anyways, rook takes b8 check is on the board, and it turns out that even this bishop f8 won't help Black. After rook b7, we have a resignation. By the way, moving away the rook on c7 or on a7 is equally strong. In all cases, the idea is the same: to open up the dark squared bishop's diagonal and threaten a checkmate. That's why in here, seeing that there is no defense, Black resigned. As mentioned in the beginning of the video, this was a very beautiful and instructive game played by young Gustafsson. In the end, as usual, a chess puzzle for you. Please take a look at this position and try to find the killer move for White, which actually leads to a checkmate in 4 moves. As usual, I will wait for your answer in the comment section. Thanks for watching. Here are more suggestions for you. Consider checking them out as well. I will see you in my next video. Take care.